my wonderful viewers out there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location or anytime you are meeting this video. If it's your first time and you like what I do here, please, after watching this video, subscribe. Click on that red button that says subscribe. Beside it is a notification bell. Turn that bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to get notified each time I upload video on this platform. By the way, my name is Tochi, and what I do in this platform, I give information about Germany. I talk about life in Germany. I give information for those who want to know more about Germany, either to come here to work, to study, to do business, to relocate. I talk about motherhood. A lot of women out there do not know how to calculate their ovulation, thereby making it difficult for them to conceive. So I give them idea, teaching them how to calculate their ovulation so that they will conceive. If you know anybody that is battling to conceive, direct the person to this channel. I do vlogs. Sometimes I will throw in my lifestyle. So these are the things you are going to be watching. If you like it, come on, click on that red button that says subscribe. So this is an answer to the questions that I have been receiving from my subscribers out there, especially those who want to know more about Germany. I made a video on family reunion visa, and somebody asked me, please, Ma, can you give us tips on the type of question that we are going to be asked the day we go for interview? I passed through this process. It is through family reunion that I came to Germany. So this is an experience. I have experienced it, and everything I'm telling you in this video is nothing but the truth. So if you're interested, take your water and sit down as we go through this together. So the first thing you would do, you might have applied for this family reunion visa. If you are coming from Nigeria, I will be using Nigeria as an example because that is where I come from. So when you submit your document, they are going to book an appointment with you. They will call it the day you are going to submit your document. By then, you have finished filling the forms. I made a video about the requirement, so you watch the video before you come to this one. So the day you are going to submit, you will book appointment with them. They will call it submission day. But my dear brother, my dear sister, that is the day they are going to interview you. And it is through this interview that will determine whether they will give you visa or not. So you need to pay attention. So the first thing they will ask you is this, you are your spouse, either wife or husband, is bringing you. So they will ask you, how did you meet this person? This person that you are going to Germany to meet or to stay with or to live with, how did you meet him? And the reason of asking this question is to be sure that the person that is bringing you is legally married to you and you know this person very well. So that is the first question they will ask you. How did you meet your spouse? And if you cannot able to explain how you meet somebody that you are going to live with, then that is the result of denial of your visa. So before you go for the interview, make a discussion with your spouse, or make sure you know how you meet, the date, the place, and everything you know about the person, because believe me, they are going to interrogate you properly to make sure that you know this person very well. So after that, they will ask you, what does your spouse do? When I'm using spouse, a woman can bring his wife, and a wife can also bring her husband, depending on who is living here and who have stand. So they will ask you, what does your spouse do? You should be able to know what the person is doing in Germany, the type of work he does, where he lives, everything about him. They will ask you his name. Of course, you should know the name of the person you are visiting. They will ask you the date of birth of this person that you are visiting. They will ask you, where does he live? You should be able to know the address of your spouse. Now, these things I'm telling you is very rare. because the day you go there, you will not expect all these things. You will be surprised. By the time you start stammering, "Ma, ma, 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 ma," they will know that you are lying, and they will start investigating then. And make sure that your spouse, your husband, your wife is saying the same thing with you, because sometimes when they have problem with you explaining whom you are going to meet over there, then they will start investigation. The first investigation is to call your husband or your wife, the person that is bringing. They will be asking the person question, the same question they ask you, they will ask the person. Now, but when both of you are saying different things, it will affect you. I have experienced somebody that this affected. The husband here said a different thing, while she herself in Nigeria said a different thing. It becomes a problem. It took the grace of God for years before they could give them visa. So you should be careful that the person you are bringing knows you very well, should be able to tell things about you, should be able to explain you very well, where you come from, where your state of origin. Your spouse should know it. Your spouse should know everything about you, because they want to know whether you are using this avenue to bring in somebody else, or whether the person you are bringing, you know the person very well. These are the reasons for this question. If you are able to clear yourself, then lucky for you. So another thing, they will ask you family photos. Now, the family photos is your wedding picture, the picture of yourself and your siblings and your, maybe your mother and father. Because when I first came, she asked me family photos. I was thinking, is the photo from my parents? I said I don't have it. So it was later when I was submitting my documents, I gave them our wedding picture. She said, "Wow, I thought you said you don't have family photos." I said I didn't understand what you meant. So your wedding picture, the picture you are together with your families, your families, and your mother, because this will be advantage of you. Because sometimes when you relax here, you would like to bring your siblings, you would like to bring your parents here. So that picture and their names, you have to write the names of your siblings, your relative. It's very, very important, because later on you will discover the importance of it. So they will ask you all these things, you submit it, so that anytime you want to bring any of them, including their names, their pictures, so the investigation will not be too much, because you have already submitted it and they know that these are your relative. But if you don't submit it, maybe when you want to invite any of them, they will be asking you their pictures and trying to make a lot of investigation. But if you can submit it at the same time, you are saving yourself the stress. So after all these things, now they will ask your husband question here. In my own case, they didn't ask my husband. That is why I say you should be able to clear yourself very well. If you clear yourself very well in the interview, then without stammering, you are paving a way, just like when you are submitting incomplete or false document. Now I need to sound this as a note of warning, or to prevent you from falling inside problems. Please, when you are writing your date of birth, your name, in an application that you want to submit in German embassy, you need to be very, very sure and correct. Because if you make mistake in your date of birth, your names, a big problem for yourself. It takes long for this problem to be solved. So make sure that your documents are complete, neat, transparent, without any suspicions. When you go for interview, when they ask you something, answer it straight. Don't stammer. Don't lie. Anyone you don't know, tell them you don't know. It's better you say you don't know than lying. Because if you lie and they find out, it's another problem. So towards the ending of the interview, they will interview you in German language, like a simple introduction of yourself. Wie heißt du? Or wie heißen Sie? Woher kommen Sie? Wie alt bist du? You know, all these simple these things, they will ask you to test the knowledge of your A1 Dutch, because I know you guys know that before you can apply for family reunion, you have to undergo A1 Dutch course in Goethe in Nigeria for 3 to 6 months. You write the exam. When you pass it, then you should be able to apply for the visa. So these are the questions. Maybe I've forgotten some. These are the questions that you are likely going to be asked the day you will go for the submission of your document. They will call it submission. They won't tell you it's an interview, but trust me, that is the day that you are going to be interviewed. If you enjoyed this video, please click on that red button that says subscribe. It will cost you nothing but add a great value to me. Share this video, invite your friend, give it a like. Until I see you again, if you have any question pertaining family reunion visa, or maybe you want to bring your wife, your husband, your spouse, your boyfriend, and you are doing well in Germany, ask me question and I will be here to answer you. Keep on watching Tochi's channel and you will learn a lot from this platform. Thank you so much. Bye bye.